There's real science, and then there's Frankenslime. In the Big Bang section, I already went over the criterion of falsifiability, which this other myth fails to satisfy. Because, how can you prove that slime never became Frankenslime? You would need a time machine, you would need omniscience, you would need omnipresence. So since abiogenesis is unfalsifiable, it is not science at all. Once upon a time, after time exploded, and a star formed by a contradictory combining of things constantly separating further, and the earth was formed magically, not falling into the sun's gravity charisma, and it took the shape of a sphere instead of some random shape like your mom, and the moon came out of black, finding Earth's charisma of more sway than the sun's. Earth conveniently acquired water out of nowhere, and some of the water turned into a booger pond. Then, nothing happened. Until it did. The Gospel of Slime says that lightning was the catalyst, although the Book of Shit does not make any mention of a bolt. This time traveler recounts seeing a bright flash, though. It was gnarly. It's alive! It's alive! Abiogenesis is more magical than alchemy. It is alchemy, but on steroids. All while angry atheists hypocritically bash magic when they're full of it. What is more miraculous? A metal becoming another metal, ordinary alchemy, or slime into Frankenslime. Atheist Carl Sagan said extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Some atheists say that nuclear fusion proves alchemy is real. Yes, atheists have told me that alchemy is real. They have been that unashamed, that without shame, without recognizing their shame, because that is shameful. They actually say alchemy is real. Lead into gold. So I say to them, show me the gold. What's that? Oh, you don't have footage of that. Oh, you don't have any gold produced by that. You have no results at all. It's all speculation and shit. Oh, well, that's not good enough, atheists. The Miller experiment was an utter failure because even after atheists cheat by intelligently designing a scenario to prove that intelligent design is unnecessary, which is another reason that these people are hypocrites, abiogenesis doesn't even begin. They tell you to imagine amino acids becoming life, but amino acids aren't non-life becoming life. They are 100% non-life. So you may as well fart and call that evidence. Look, listen to the sound of evidence for the atheist creation myth. Yeah, don't you love that? Evidence for atheist myths. There's real science, and then there's the Ice Age. They came by an ice bridge. There are these things called boats. Notice they arbitrarily keep the bridge from getting to Europe. That's because then there'd have been Mongoloids in Western Europe. Since there's no evidence of such invasions from there, they avoid having to account for no evidence of that by making sure that the ice doesn't reach Ireland, etc. So-called reconstructions are fiction, subjective, and artistic, not scientific. Evidence for an ice age is scratches on earth walls. They say glaciers did those. But they haven't ruled out that a great flood moving boulders could have produced those scratches. So they prove nothing. As for the supposed dates of millions of years, those are based on very irrational assumptions, typically that there was no contamination nor leaching, or that such could be ascertained. The older you assume something to have been, the more likely and surely will the clock hands have been altered. So millions of years means millions of assumptions. Are you going to bet your eternity on that? God hates deniers of truth. In dendrochronology, which is dating by tree ring occurrence, their dates are garbage because just one flood would skew the dates arrived at to appear far older due to the influx of water and nutrients increasing growth of the trees, hence more rings. Do eggs decay at average rates when they're not quarantined but in a place always in flux? Something claimed to be millions of years old went through countless more changes than these eggs in 5 seconds. Yet you trust the millions of years assertions, but not someone saying that those eggs decayed at a normal rate in 5 seconds. There is no instrument fast enough to keep up with light in order to measure it well. So light speed is unknown. Gullible people, believing all we say. Just the pressing of a button or the emitting of a laser will skew the time to appear far slower than light actually is. So the Bible's chronology has not been refuted. Ha 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 ha. Laughing in Anno Domini. There's real science, and then there are dinosaurs. For the next video. See you there. Or I should say, see you later, alligator, because there's going to be an alligator or a crocodile. Practically the same thing. Depends on your definition. Bye.